my fellow earthlings, my echo casters. How's it going? Let's play this in the background a little bit longer, I think. Is that too loud? Gentlemen, ladies, he, she, they, them, bafangul. All right. I'll just drop this down. Yeah. So anyway, here we are. And as you can see on the screen right here, I've got a couple of announcements. Oh, Synth Samurai is in the house. I hope he's back. Let me shut some of this shit off here. Shitty. All right. So, let's see, who else is in the house? Ooh, we've got Mr. Hans Volt. We've got Mark Anderson. We've got Studio 8 Effects. We've got Synth Fun. We've got Synthopotamus. Oh, I like that. Ah, yeah. Good, no clipping. I don't know what that means. Cheers. It's coffee time, too. Right here at the Echo Craft Mansion. Synth Hefner's on vacation. But anyway, I'm here, and that's all that matters, right? I mean, come on. Come on, guys. So what I really like is, I also bought a little trinket. Let's see if I can call that up on the Echotron. Let's see. Well, you know what? I'll just talk about it because then I'll mess up my whole thing. I don't want to do that. Tactical MIDI. Hello. All right. So anyway, I bought a thing called the Soomphone. Soomphone. I have no idea why it's called that, but it's Chinese, obviously. And it basically is a stream deck. And I got it because it's so much fun to use. I programmed all my little buttons. And yeah, it's cool. I'm able to control the music now. I can fade it in and out. And I paid $69. No, it was $69. No, it was $79. I paid $25 because I had some, you got to build up those Amazon credits, kids. Build them up because you get stuff cheap. Kind of like a Temu thing, only better. But anyway, yeah. So it's called the Soomphone. And I'll, you know what? I'll put it in the description if I have a chance to. And, yeah, it's great. I can control things. I can bring things up. It's so much fun to use. It was a nightmare trying to program the thing because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But I watched a couple of videos on YouTube and they showed me how to do it. All right. Synth Sonic, what's happening? All right, Renegades, here we go. So we're going to run right into this. I am looking at a new MIDI interface, new audio interface. And yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Now, here's the interesting thing. I have a Focusrite Claret 8 Pre-X. I also have the, let me see if I can read this here. Tiny letters. It's the Ultra Gain Digital by Behringer, which I use as an ADAT extender, so it gives me more channels in. Now, what's interesting about the AudioFUSE Rig 16 is it's got 16 inputs. Very cool, right? Okay, it's very cool. 16 inputs. Now, what I found out today, I called my guy at Sweetwater, Mr. Greg O'Keefe. Mr. Greg O'Keefe is the man. Stayed on the phone with him for a good half hour. We talked, and I can use the Focusrite and the Behringer ADAT together, going into the ADAT of this fine unit right here of the AudioFUSE right there. See right there? I can use that. I can get 32 channels of audio. Holy baloney boley. Okay? 32 channels of audio in the Logic Pro, because that's what I use. Now, we discussed other things. What about the mixers that I have, the line mixers, right, that I love, that I'm going to keep because I can use those. So here's the great thing about this. I can put in every single stereo. So I can do my DeepMind 12, my Matrix Brute, my Muse, my Hydra, my Osmos, my Juno X, and my Arturia, all in the AudioFUSE Rig 16, right? Then, what's really cool is I hook up the Focusrite. Now, the nice thing about this is I don't have to use it as an interface. I'm just going to use it as an extender and get it 8 more channels. So now I can hook up all of my analog and mono stuff, right? Cool beans, right? Instead of having all these little mixers everywhere, right? Now, I'm going to show a little video. I hope I don't get in trouble for it. It's Loop Pop. Loop Pop explains all this. I'm just going to show near the end of the video because he talks about that. Then I connect the Behringer, what is this called? This is called the ADA 8200 ADAT expander. I can hook up that as well because it'll go up to another 8 channels, which will give me 32 channels of audio. Now, the other cool thing about this guy is over here on this side, right, we have a MIDI in. But it's not just a MIDI in. It's a USB MIDI in. Now I can hook up my, whatchamacallit over there? My, my MIDI patch bay. USB out into this. And now I have MIDI channels lined up. Because I want to infuse my MIDI and my audio together. Been wanting to do that for a while. And I'm just blown away that I can do this stuff. Okay. John says, kill the Messenger. No, we're not going to get to the Messenger yet. I'm still talking about the AudioFUSE Rig 16. Check it out. All right. Now, how much is it? Let's see. Tactical MIDI says, how much is it? It's $1,299. It's expensive, but it does a lot. Now, if you don't want to use this thing connected to a computer, it's a standalone live performance rig because you could do everything on the face of the unit itself. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. I kind of dimmed them out, but it also comes with, you know, like so the Focusrite, whenever you're running a MIDI interface, I mean, an audio interface into your DAW, you have to run in the background the control panel that they actually have, whatever company it is. With Focusrite, it's basically the, right here, this is the Focusrite control. So Focusrite control basically runs in the background and has all my inputs connected to it. The AudioFUSE Rig 16 has something similar, but it comes with 3 mixers and a MIDI mixer. This thing is killer, dude. Okay. Let me just explain this to you. Tactical MIDI, you gotta go on and watch the videos. I always tell people, don't just take my word for it or don't take any, you need to watch the videos on understanding what this is about. Okay. I did some research. I've been looking at this thing for a while. Now, the other thing is in the background here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Here. So right here, this is the matrix. Now in the matrix, what's cool about this, now you don't even have to use this if you don't want to, but I'm gonna, because what's cool about it is there's the ADAT, there's the analog. Now you can actually patch everything into this thing, including pedals. You can patch and have all these auxiliaries and everything working. Now I'm just going to show you, again, I'm not going to get into this deep because you got to watch some of the videos, but I'm going to show you this one now next. So this is basically a shot of the mixing boards that comes with it that have to run in the background. This is your audio analog mixer. This is your ADAT inputs. This is your analog outputs, because it's got outputs as well, which I probably won't be using. I don't have to, not going into a big console or anything like that. However, you can assign the outputs to go back into outboard gear and then come back into the, so you can use it, but I'm not going to use it that way. But here's the other thing. Now, right here, this is the loop back. So if you are using this to live stream with, you can do that as well. Killer, man. Killer. This thing's sick. If you're used to a Matrix Brute, which I am, this reminds me a lot of the Matrix Brute, being able to do all that stuff, right? This. So let's see if I can, let me call up this photo. All right, this is a bigger photo. Show you guys what I'm talking about. Size this. All right. So in here, let's zoom in a little bit. So in here, we can zoom in and we have MIDI in, MIDI out, through. So you can use the either or. You can use this as a through. It also has a USB port on the inside. Here's USB-C, or what is it? Thunderbolt 4. Now, this is the interesting part here. So I also use word clock to make sure that everything's synced up to my DAW. So what's cool about this is I can now connect this to the Focusrite, come out of the Focusrite, go into the 8200. I also have my light pipe Toslink cables for ADAT right here. Is my studio monitor in and out, studio monitor out, I mean, left and right. This is my line outputs, and then 16 glorious inputs. Let's take a look at the front panel. So right here is the MIDI in, MIDI clock in. Now you can hook up a keyboard if you want to it. Pretty cool. And then it has a hub, so you can hook up anything. Now, what I like about this is it has an 1/8 inch or a 3.5 headphone jack, and it also has a regular headphone jack. And then here's your monitors mixing. This is the front panel right here. So you don't need to hook this up to a computer. It's amazing, right? You control everything right here through the front panel. What I like about this is it also gives you 2 preamps, and it gives you the 3.5, or what we call 1/8 inch, 3.5 millimeter connector here. So if you have a piece of gear that you want to connect up directly in, which that would be great for something like this guy, come out of this and go right into it if you want to. Or I'm gonna have a cable right here coming out so I can connect one of my microphones to it. And then 3 and 4. Now here's where the matrix comes in. We can assign the matrix for our headphones. So we could say 3 and 4 right here are going to be headphones. So I can have up to 4 pairs of headphones if I have some people come over or whatever, which I don't usually do. But I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, he, she, they, them, bafangul, let me tell you, this thing is cool. All right. Heavy Cap, welcome. Yeah. So I'm going to be calling up my guy, and I'm going to be purchasing this. I need to make some room. I'm going to get rid of some stuff that I don't need anymore. Make some room in the rack. And it should be killer. It's going to be a killer. I'm so excited. You have no idea how freaking excited I am. And so, yeah, so I'm going to make some room. I got to move some things around. It's going to, the studio is going to get torn apart, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. Tactical MIDI, our RME is winning still. The RME is great, dude, but you know, for the money, this has a lot to offer, especially it's made and designed for synth players, and that's what I love about it. So without further ado, let's take a look at this right here. This is Loop Pop talking about the ADAT, and he's finishing up on the MIDI stuff, which I'm not going to get into, but let's take a listen to this.
An important parameter to consider when getting an audio interface is how expandable it is. While 16 inputs and 10 outputs may seem like a lot, the synth and effects Surgeon General warns they can be addictive and you might need more I/O. One of the most popular and cost-effective ways to expand audio interfaces is using ADAT optical cables. You'll see quite a few audio interfaces with an ADAT input and output pair, which lets you send and receive 8 channels at once at up to 48 kilohertz or 4 channels at once at up to 96 kilohertz. Some interfaces have 2 pairs of these. That doesn't automatically mean that they can support 16 ADAT channels. For example, Arturia's 8 pre uses 2 pairs to send and receive 8 channels at 96 kilohertz, but it can't accommodate 16 channels. On 16 rig, you do have that choice. So you've got 2 pairs of ADAT I/O, and you can use them to receive 16 audio channels over ADAT or to send 16 audio channels. As long as you're at up to 48 kilohertz, if you go beyond to 96, then you'll only have half the channels. And to my knowledge, ADAT doesn't support higher rates at all. So if for some reason you want to work at 192 kilohertz, you won't be able to use any of the ADAT ports, and it will also cut out some of your analog inputs and apparently the loopback channels as well. Unless you're making BAT recordings, I don't think there's a reason to do this. And at 48, everything's available. A few things you need to be aware of. Once you start expanding your interface with ADAT or anything else, you'll need to be mindful of clocking. If you're adding just one ADAT interface, you can sync clock over the ADAT cables. 16 rig doesn't send or receive clock over the second ADAT pair. To sync 2 interfaces with this, you'll need to use a word clock cable. Actually, 2 of these daisy chained through your 2 other interfaces. So ADAT is the only way to expand 16 rig. You should be aware of other interfaces that have other means of expansion, like the popular optical-based MADI and the network-based Dante and AES67, which I covered in my Digital Matrix Synth Setups video linked below. Let's move on and talk about another potentially important thing you might want to look at when you choose an audio interface. I touched on this earlier, and that's DSP effects, meaning...
Okay, he gets into DSP effects. I don't care about DSP effects on the built-in part of the audio interface. That's just silly. There are companies that do it. I guess Motu does it, and also Apollo. Apollo has the UAD stuff. But yeah, so I'm finding this fascinating. I really think this is cool, and it's time for a change. I've had my interface now for 8 years, but what I love about it is I can keep it and I can use it still. That is phenomenal, because how many times, I don't know if you guys have ever bought hardware stuff before, especially interfaces, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, it doesn't support that anymore. Or Apple doesn't support it anymore. Or Focusrite doesn't support the Apple part of it anymore. So, you know, you end up buying some new stuff, right? And it's a pain. And I don't like to do that, because my interface is my hub. That's the hub of the whole studio going into the computer. So without that, I've got nothing, right? Just like, you know, if you have something connected, back and just turn this on. So, I mean, like right now, without it, I can't play my synths, and it's frustrating. And we've come a long way for all this, you know. Let's see, pretty sweet. I love my Alan Heath CQ18T Persona Studio 32 Live, but this Arturia looks really good. DJ Wojtek, how are you, man? Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm blown away by it. Again, I did a lot of research. I contacted my guy from Sweetwater. He said in my studio, it's a definite necessity because he knows He knows what my studio is like and what I have in it, and it's perfect for synthesized guys like ourselves, or girls, ladies and gents, he, she, they, them, off on goal. All right. Hans Volt says, I don't like Arturia synth sounds, and an interface is a hard pass. Okay, well, that's fine, bruh. You do you. I do me. Everybody do each other. You know what I'm saying, man? Okay, everything is beautiful, man. Ari, man. Okay? Spam, yummy. Fried spam and eggs. Yes, that's great, Samurai. I hope you enjoy that spam, baby. All right. Now, for $12.99, I've seen it for $12.09 on Reverb. I've seen it for what is it? $12.49. I've seen it everywhere, but I'm sticking with my guy at Sweetwater. Greg O'Keefe, great guy. Check him out. Pretty cool. I'll keep my opinions inside. Well, you do what you want, bro. You listen. Nobody's telling you, Hans, to you keep shouting out those opinions, baby. We love it. Love it. All right. All right. So, yeah. Arturia AudioFUSE Rig 16. Cool stuff. And the other thing that I'm thinking about, like you guys, you know, Hans and Samurai and the Machines one, know, I had some issues with the Focusrite thing. I was in hell. I couldn't get anything to work, and I finally got it to work again. And it's kind of nice to be able to have two interfaces. And I'm going to be honest with you, I never thought I'd say this, but you should have a backup because of things. This is old. You know, it's 8 years is considered old in an interface, you know, and it is Thunderbolt 3. I have to use an adapter for it. So, you know, I know that it'll work. If anything ever happens to the Arturia or if something happens to the Focusrite, I'll still be able to connect and get my stuff up and running. You know? I know you guys like echo chambers. Why am I echoing? Love my Polybrute. You should. It's an awesome keyboard. All right. So without further ado, let's talk about this. Yes, indeedy. This little ditty right here. And listen, I'm shilling for the Moog. I know you guys don't want to hear it. You know, and I'm catching a lot of flack already. But I'm a Moog guy, okay? I've gone back to being a Moog man. I love my Moog Muse. Very cool. Love all my synths. I still say one of my favorite synths in this studio, though, is the Osmos. And that was at the beginning. You heard the Osmos. This is one of my somebody had asked me before, like, what's your favorite Osmos patch? Let me just call that up for a sec. Hold on. Just give me a minute here. Let's see. One of my favorite. It's one of my favorite. It isn't my favorite, but it's one of my favorite patches, and that's this guy right here. Play it for you. That's one of my favorite patches. There you go. I played it for you. All right. Okay. Let's get back to work here. I'd get the Messenger over a Pro 3. Hans Volt says people want to hear the synth Moog. I love Osmos. I'm telling you, man, Osmos is, On says he's interested in that messenger. Okay. That commercial sucked. Okay, well, you know, what can I say? Listen, don't shoot the messenger. Let's check it out. All right. So I'm looking at the comments. You know, I'm seeing a lot of crap as usual. You know, people say like, Synth Samurai, all the broke boys gonna love the MOOG Man Messenger. Ugliest synth ever made. Come on, bro. You know, I don't know. And then I get, what else do I got here? Let's see. Somewhere in China. Actually, Moogs are made in Taiwan. Let's see. It looks like good Moog synth for the stage. I'm going to read all of these because you guys are really, the future of Moog is cutting the balls off of Bob Moog's legacy. Come on, John. Come on. Come on, dude. Listen, Moog got bailed out because they were heading down a shit path, okay? I'm going to stick up for Moog. Again, the only thing I think that sucked by Moog was the Labyrinth, okay? Everything else is great. And I'm not working for Moog. Made in China, assembled in Taiwan. Wrong, Samurai. Wrong. You're wrong, okay? Because I looked all the information up and found out a lot of things about where Moog is at, okay? Let's see, what else we got? I think the music that I've been playing is supposed to be the synth. Hey, Andy. Yeah, I actually thought the commercial was pretty cool. And I will say one thing about it. We're getting away from the female names. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. I mean, you know, we had the Mother 32, the drummer from another mother, the matriarch, the grandmother, the muse. But again, muse means anything. I don't know if a muse is female or male. It could be both, but I don't know. But now we have the messenger. Okay. We had the labyrinth, you know, which I still to this day, the subharmonicon. I have the Behringer Spice, just like the subharmonicon. But yeah, I just think that, you know, Moog needed to be built out in music, bought them, they build them out, and they're coming out with products that people want. That's the way I look at it. I think it's a good looking synthesizer, actually. I like the fact that I love the grandmother and the matriarch in black. The Machine's one, his is in black. It's noir or whatever they call it. But yeah, I just think, you know, I mean, I'm a Behringer guy. I'll always be a Behringer guy. I think Behringer rules. I'm an everything guy. I love everything. Everything I have, I enjoy. I enjoy playing it. It's amazing stuff. But Moog, you know, Moog, I took Moog off the map for myself for a long time. And then I kept listening to the Polybrute 12, and I kept listening to the Moog Muse and going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I bought a Muse because I just think it sounds better than the Polybrute 12. However, I do think that the Polybrute 6 sounds better than the Polybrute 12. And you guys are going to be like, but it's only 6 more voices. It's the same engine. I don't know what it is, dudes. I think it sounds better. That's just me. Let me go back here and read some more comments. Hey, Slack, what's up? What's going on? We've got Slack in the house. Who else we got in the house? Let's see. All right, so let me read some more of these comments. Senior engineer and marketing video. Who? Me? So it comes with nerds that paint. Dude, that's not what it's a commercial, bro. It's a marketing thing, man. Come on. Team Messenger, baby. Seriously. I'll stick with my US made micro Moog. Good, you do that, bro. That's cool. But even though the parts are made in China, whatever. Let's see what else we got. If they fought Bob, if they fought Bob, would have kicked the shit out of Dave. I guess. Okay. Moog Brothers, where you at? Heavy Cap, I hear you, brother. We got the Moog Bros. Moog Bros. Behringer Bros, Moog Bros. Maybe I'll make a shirt. All right. Let's see. Things are heating up. All right. Why is it I have the weird shapes, wave folding or something? I don't know, dude. Let's see. My DFAM and my Mother 32 go great with a mofa. Mofo, yes, Mofos are great. John has a Mofo. Subharmonicon is awesome. Yes, it is. Let's see, 32 keys. Got to look at the Hydra Explorer. Mofo is better. Whatever. Messenger, great name for a synth, and it looks beautiful. I agree. I'm with you on the PB6. It looks like Base Station 2 AFX version. Okay. Poor Man's Hydra Synth Explorer, double the price. Well, how much is it? Does anybody know? Has there been a price come out on it yet? I have a little space for SM Explorer. Samurai don't like Moog, wonder why. Because it's not the cream dream. It's not all creamy. Let's see. Moog Mules. All right. Let's see. Team Arturia all day. That's cool. You know, I like Arturia too. Dude, the Mini Freak to me is one of the best synthesizers Arturia came out with, and I really wish they would capitalize on what that thing is capable of doing and come out with a bigger version with more analog filters. That's just me. Moog Ho. I don't know. Am I a Moog Ho? Am I Hogan a Mo? Am I a Mogan a Ho? What the fuck? UBXA coming soon. Oh, you bought a UBXA? Cool. Tactical MIDI. That's awesome. Because he's Canadian. Canadians and French figures. $12.99. Is that true? Is that what the price is? I don't know. I haven't seen anything on the price yet. What's up, Renegade? Hey, George. Dude, I cannot wait to hear this synth. Mogi Woogie. All right. What's up, Echo Samurai? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. And is there anything else out there? Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's go back. Check it out. I know there was this leak here. Did anybody watch this? Did this get taken down? This looks like it got taken down, huh? Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, maybe not.
How's it going, everybody? You know who it is. My name is Sanwoo, and leak season continues because we have the first leak of the MOOG Messenger. Yes, here it is. I believe this will be a budget Moog synth, as they have just discontinued the sub 25, which I guess was their cheapest and smallest synthesizer. So I would assume this is in the same category.
Wrong. Oh, he's so wrong. All right. Any price? Samurai says it's $12.99.
What not? So many things here to select from these buttons. We've got a very knobby interface and a little keyboard. So
a knobby interface. I like that. Apparently, Sunwoo, I don't know if he likes keyboards with knobs. I never watched this guy's channel, so let's see.
The subsequent 37 or 25. Nevertheless, I'm excited to see.
I don't think it falls into that category at all. Is it polyphonic? Does anybody know? Does anybody know if it's polyphonic? Let's see. Mo Siren. Let's see. I mean, there's nothing else on here. I mean, that's it. That's the leak of the day, right? Wait for all the Synth Mafia guys to get theirs in the mail. You know who's getting them, right, guys? We know who's getting them. We know who's getting them, right? It's mono. Where does it say that? Has anybody said that? You know it's mono? I didn't. 16 presets duophonic, 2 oscillators. Does it have aftertouch? I mean, these are all great questions. Sorry. Yeah, so I don't know. You know, I guess we gotta have to wait and see. You know, and see what else is going on. Because I don't know. Let's see, George G's. I ordered mine from the Perfect Circuit, thinking trading. Oh, what did you order, man? What did you order? Studio 8 Effects. What'd you order, bro? What'd you buy? Did I miss something? No, they're not mini keys. Those are full-size keys. They're definitely full-size keys. I mean, here's how I can tell full-size keys. Look at the mod and pitch wheel. You can tell that they're full-size keys. What else? Take a look here. If I can pull this up and make it bigger. I don't know if it might distort. Yeah, those are full-size keys. A little bit distorted. Sorry, fellas. All right, so let's see. What else we got? Studio Effects. And Synthpunk says, oh, Synth Pioneer. John, you changed your name. John Costello, Synthesizer Pioneer. I honestly believe that it will not sound as fat as the grandmother or the granny. Sounds sweet. And the granny sounds sweet. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay. What? Why speculate? I agree. SP should be a replacement for the subsequent 25. I don't think so, man. I don't think it's a replacement for that synthesizer. I don't. I really don't. I'm just speculating. What else? I'm just reading some of the comments. Let's see. Yo, Tactical, you ordered UBXA. Tactical's getting a UBXA. Awesome synthesizer. So yeah, so I mean, you know, yet to find out. I mean, when the Muse came out, it was all speculation and everybody was going, what is it? What does it sound like? I mean, wasn't it called the Moog Mirror before that or something like that? You know, I don't know. What else we got? Those full-size keys are MIDI. No, they're definitely full-size keys. Teaser video came off like it's a sampler. I thought the same thing. I said, so why are we setting up all these microphones, these ambient microphones all over the forest? Is it a sampler? Hey, that would be interesting, huh? If Moog came out with a sampler. Mirror is a cooler name. Twin Cities Oxygen. I don't know. I don't think so. Moog Mirror? Mirroring what? I think the Moog Muse fits. You know, it makes you want to play it. I want to play this thing. Every time I come in here, I go to do something. I sit down, I turn it on, I play it. I never get anything else fucking done. LM Drums sounds hard. Haven't sampled with it yet. That's from George G's. Yeah, I wanted one of those and now I don't. I have too many drum machines, man. I really want an LM. Maybe later on, who knows? Mirroring my emptiness. Okay. So yeah, man. So I just think it was, it's cool. I thought it sounded, if that's what they were playing, if that synthesizer that they were playing in the background over the ambient sounds, I think that's pretty cool. I don't really know what, here's the thing about all these artsy fartsy, kind of videos that the marketing teams do with companies is they make it sound and look cooler than what it is, or they'll introduce all this weird shit like the ambient mics, and they're not telling us anything about the unit. They're supposedly in an office outside and they're drawing that they're sending a message. It's messaging out this weird shit. I don't know, man. Can't we just keep things fucking simple? Okay. You want me to rant about this? Can we just keep things simple and stop with all this crazy shit? About the painting these different symbols, and one thing I will say, and I'm going to look at this again. Let's take a look at this one more time here. Blown up. Sorry for the low resolution photo, but we've got buttons all along the sides here. That tells me that it's got to be a sequencer, right? So it's got a built-in sequencer. I wish there was a better top-down than this. Here's the ladder filter. You got envelopes here. You've got frequency. This looks like your ADSR. Yeah, so I mean, I'm reckoning that this is a sampler. I mean, a sequencer. Who knows? I'm not seeing. Did he show the back of it, right? Take a look at the back again.
How's it going, everybody? You know who it is. My name's... Yes, will be a... As they have just...
He shows the back, and I think he describes what's on the back.
This is...
Right here.
Device is made of plastic. At least it looks like it. So the top looks to be metal, but I think the bottom here is probably plastic. And while we're at it, here are the ins and outs. We've got audio out, headphone, external input, sustain, expression. We've got URAC compatibility. We've got MIDI in and out, no through port. USB-C, which is nice. I hope that they have got an edit.
All right, so it looks like there's an input. I mean, I don't think it's samples, but who knows? I mean, for anything, I mean, I can, what I like about any of the analog stuff I have, especially the Matrix Brute, I could take my guitar or whatever and put it into the in of that and just use the filters and stuff to mess with the sound of the guitar and things like that, or run another synthesizer in it. So maybe that's all that is just an external input. So you can use the filters and things on the unit itself. It looks like it has a sequencer, but we're not going to know until we see it in the wild, or somebody, one of the Synth Mafia heads goes and demos it, because we know that's coming. What do you say? What do you think? In a week? Are they going to roll this out? I mean, when's Superbooth? Isn't Superbooth this week? Is that why they rolled this out now? Anybody? Let's see. It's a work stat on steroids. I don't think, John, I don't think that's what it is, bro. I don't think so. Although the work stat is definitely a pretty cool little machine. Sounds good, actually. I was going to buy one. A little desktop unit you build yourself. Let's see what else we got. Moog Sub-Fatty, Taurus Bass, Messenger of Joy, Special Edition. Now just Messenger with keys. Nah, I'm gonna disagree with that. Sorry. Let's see. Moog do need a cheaper. This one. Well, I don't know. I mean, we all thought they were going to come out with a smaller version of the Muse, and they didn't. So, but who knows what they're going to do? They might come out with something else. What's up, Apollo? What do we got here? We've got Ethan Ford. Okay, how you doing, man? Welcome. It shows 2 oscillators. Mavis is a work stat upgrade. Yes, it is. It has an arpeggiator. Okay. And 2 LFOs. All right. Thank you, Hans. I will trust Hans to divine the true nature of the synth. Yes, indeed. It does have a sequencer, and it does not have aftertouch. DJ Wojtek, thank you. I didn't do my homework. You guys are doing it for me, I guess. My main focus today, though, was the Arturia AudioFUSE Rig 16. I just threw the MOOG in there because I just caught wind of it through a chat that we have, and I didn't know what was going on. You guys were talking about it, and then all of a sudden I realized that the Machines One had posted this video, and I watched it and went, oh, okay. Let's see. Han says, don't trust me. I led you astray and capitalize on your weakness. It's an air fryer. Okay, well, that's great. I like, listen, baked potatoes in an air fryer is amazing. The skin comes out crispy. You got to check it out. Throw a piece of chicken in there, like a chicken cutlet or something in there. It's unbelievable. Let's see. 2 days. Oh, that's Synth. So Synth Fest is in 2 days. Is it Synth Fest? No, what is it? It's Super Booth, right? Analog's best sound for me. I thought it would be never say that. 64-step sequencer. Okay. Han said it doesn't have aftertouch. It doesn't have it's got to have aftertouch. Come on. Then again, the MOOG Muse could have had poly aftertouch, but they decided to keep that out for $3,000 or $3,500 if that's what you paid for it. Let's see. Super Booth is the 8th and 10th of May. Okay. So, we'll keep an eye out. Hopefully, MOOG will be there and they'll actually be able to demo it. We can see what's going on. DJ Wojtek says it does have aftertouch. So, yeah. So, let's find out and see what happens, Manufacturer suggested retail price. That's a good question. I'm not seeing. Samurai says it's $12.99. I don't really think this is going to be $12.99, guys. I really don't. Is there anything else out there? Has any? I mean, I could. Let's try it. Let's see. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in any merch, this is my merch channel. It just pops up. Sorry about that. I also have that on my new Stream Deck. But yeah, so if you want some merch from me, check it out. I'm gonna shill my merch. Here you go. It's just some merch for you, right? Here we go. We got Behringer Bro hats. This is a trucker style. We've got the EchoCraft SRM. This is a Ghost Echo shirt. This is a full blast shirt because it's got EchoCraft written on the sleeves. We've got a Behringer Bro hat that's got the American flag on it. We've got the SRM in the back. 3 Machines is a project I'm working on. Then we have full blast SynthNet shirt, a Behringer Bro shirt. By the way, the Behringer Bro stuff is all embroidered. They come out really nice. Banana Rider 69 bought one. Tactical MIDI, thank you for purchasing one of my shirts. He purchased the Synth Mafia 2 shirt. We have Forgive Me, Father, for I Have Synth. We have it in a shirt as well, full blast shirt. We got the EchoCraft hoodie. We have the EchoCraft long sleeve tee, which is nice. It's a nice shirt, nice long sleeve tee. I just ordered one. I like long sleeve tees. We've got mugs. We've got everything, guys. And we've got the Synth Mafia hat, Synth Mafia shirt, and the Synth Mafia mug. And we've got some other things. We've got beanie. We've got flags. The Ghost Echo flag. We've got a flask. We've got some beanies. We've got the Christmas EchoCraft shirt. Yes, sir. I'm shilling away here. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what we got. I don't know why this is in white. I don't usually, I usually have stuff set up in dark mode, and I have no idea why this keeps coming up in white, my Google. I went in and changed it a couple of times, and it didn't do anything. Let's see, Gear Space, do they show anything? They show the price. I'm sure there's a lot of people in here trashing it. Gear space. Gear space. Let's see. The siren. The analog messenger of joy. Isn't the siren basically a Taurus? Anybody? Am I reading that right? They want $2,000 for that? Fucking seriously? Are you guys seriously? What country is this? This is on Reverb? Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. New synth. Let's see. Do they have anything? Anybody? Let's see. I said $7.99. 64-step sequencer. $8.99. I'd pay $8.99 for that. I don't, if it's $1,200, bro, like that to me is just silly. I don't know. I just think that that's silly. So anyway, yeah. So check out the AudioFUSE. I'm just gonna get rid of this. So check out the AudioFUSE Rig 16. I think it's cool. All voice paraphonic TE05, Take 5, competitor, $13.99. I mean, Twin Cities Oxygen, I ordered the Synth Samurai casket. What is that, bro? I don't understand. Somebody help me out here. But anyway, yeah, so let's just wait. Let's see what happens. I mean, that's what, Friday it starts, Synth Super Booth. So it starts, yeah. So let's find out. Let's see if they show up with this thing and if it's any good, but yeah, I'm going to buy one of these. I'm very excited about it. Like I said, it's nice to know that I'm not talking about the Messenger. I'm talking about the Arturia AudioFUSE Rig 16. And I'm going to, I'm psyched about it because I don't have to get rid of my, my interface, which is really cool. I can just link it up and use it. And it's going to give me, I'm going to have 32 channels of audio. This is so exciting. So anyway, guys, that's all I got. I just thought it was cool talking about this stuff and doing an update, what's going on. Let's see what else we got here. I'll just read a couple more comments. Oh, the siren. Yeah. I don't know. I just think that's kind of crazy, the price for that. Yo, what's up, Banana Rider? How you doing, man? Just saw the Messenger promo. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was kind of cool. At 70 inputs, still not enough. Well, considering the fact that I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, I think this is going to open up a gateway for me because of having smaller little mixers and things like that. I'm gonna get rid of those. Although I will show you this. This mixer is so cool, and I paid. You guys can't hear me. I call this the Lipzig, even though it's Liz LZ Sig. This thing is cool. A nice little mixer. I'll show you. It's a pretty cool little mixer. Now, what I like about this is it has 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch, and I've discussed this before. or 3.5 millimeter, 1/8 inch, whatever. That's what we call it here in America. And it's stereo. This is a cool little mixer I got. I think I paid $30 for it or $35 for it. Came with a power supply, which is pretty cool. Like it a lot. And I use that for different little things here and there. And it's great to hook up to a Go mixer if you want some more inputs on that, if you're doing something. But yeah, all these other little mixers and stuff like the Mookie and things like that, I'm going to keep them, but I'm probably not going to need them anymore after I hook this up. And, you know, hopefully it'll be cool. You know, let's see. Oh. What is this? Samurai just sent me something. Hang on, let me take a look at it. It looks like Mike Dean has got one. Let's see if I can play this, guys. Hang on a second. And I'll pull it up. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. Looks like Mike Dean got his hands on one, of course, right? Didn't he get his hands on a Muse too at the time? See? There it is right there. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but that was fat. Woo! Damn, son. That sounded really good. Yeah. What'd y'all think of that? Just going to read some of these comments. Smarty, 1970. There he is. How you doing, bruh? I agree, mate. The Messenger of Joy was okay. And is Behringer at Super Booth? I believe Behringer is going to be at Super Booth. Yes. Mike Dean is endorsed by Moog. I'm sure he is. Just sent a demo. Let's see. Yes, baby. Yeah. Way to go, Echo, on AudioFUSE. Thinking of it. Or Apollo X. Got the Twin X. To extend through TB3. Yeah, okay. Either way, the AudioFUSE or Apollo X8, sorry, will be extended. Yeah, well, I mean, I like it because it's got all those inputs, dude. That's the thing, you know. Twin Cities Oxygen Mono. I don't think so, dude. I think that's stereo. 2 layers. Moogalicious. Absolutely. I don't know. I thought that sounded great. I'm going to play it again. You want to hear it again? Listen to this thing. tell you. That sounds beefy. Yeah. It destroys the Korg multi. I guess. I don't know. Does it? And my dog's going to town right now. He's barking. I don't know if you guys can hear him. And my door's closed. That's how loud his bark is. Yeah, 2 layers, bass mellow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, Mike Dean's setup is ridiculous. No, I don't think it's a sampler. It's not a sampler. It sounds like a fantastically amazing synthesizer. Yeah. So this is great. Very excited. Yeah. So anyway, so let me see here. I see if I can do this. So this is something that I purchased, like I was talking about. But this isn't the one. I don't see if this is the one here. So this is the one here that I purchased, and I got it because it is a $15 coupon too now. But this is like basically you know, it's hard to talk when your dog's just yapping really loudly, and I have no idea what right now. Anyway, so here it is. So this is basically a stream deck. This is what I'm using to control everything on OBS now. It's actually really cool. And it's $79. The stream deck is $129. The software is really easy to use. Fuck, man. Can you guys hear that dog barking? My dog is really loud. Anyway, so yeah, so I bought one of these and it came the other day and I hooked it up and got it rolling. So that's what I'm doing now. And then I don't know if you guys saw this. This is an Italian synthesizer called, what is this thing called? Oh no, sorry. This is the this is the mini the Mini Freak wrap that I was showing Samurai. So you could turn your Mini Freak into a white synthesizer because I know he likes those white synths. The other one though that we were looking at. No idea why this dog is losing his mind right now out there. But I'm trying to find. Yeah, my wife's yelling at the dog and the dog's barking and no, he already pooped. But thank you. But anyway, let's see. Anyway, I'm just going to mute my mic for a sec while I look for this. You guys hang 10. What the fuck is going on? Let's see if I can find this. All right, I found it. Here it is. You gotta understand how I made that mistake because
Organica, corposa,
molto elegante,
this is called frap.
brillante,
longeva,
It was made
grassa,
in Italy.
musicale nel senso che suona. È un nuovo inizio.
Frap.
La Magnolia è un sintetizzatore FM analogico.
An FM analog
È un
synthesizer is
tastierone
polyphonic.
inquadrabile tra gli strumenti tradizionali quasi. È il frutto del lavoro di 10 anni.
La declinazione in formato tastiera dell'architettura.
You gotta love Italians. I love Italians. I love the Italian.
Abbiamo fatto tante esperienze in questi 10 anni su tante parti dei sintetizzatori.
Ci siamo trovati ognuno.
Però il potere
Ma non ha la stessa pasta, diciamo.
maturo
think he said it's made out of pasta.
non andava bene.
C'erano delle cose che erano
Just
molto
want to see if we could
Non ho mai lavorato.
Più semplice.
Faccia in sé e per
Mengia. Here we go.
Quando ho cominciato a vederla, allora
Madonna mia. Come on, boys.
Sentirla suonare, possiamo articolare questo suono.
dal punto di vista dell'interfaccia, dal punto di vista dello strumento, è molto più
Me l'immaginavo molto diversa.
sì,
Hey, I'm not going to play the whole thing. Guys, check it out. It's called Frappe Tools of Magnolia. It's an 8 voice analog through 0 FM polyphonic synthesizer. Okay, you check it out, okay? All right, that's a nice boy, okay? Anyway. And Hans Volt said it's a hard pass for him. That's cool. Listen, I'm just here to report the news, okay? That's all I'm here for. But anyway, guys, I'm going to roll. I'm going to take off now. It was always a pleasure. I love everybody hanging out in the chat, chit-chatting about stuff. You like pasta? I like a pasta too, Mr. Paris. I like a pasta. It's good. It's good. Fucelli. I like a fucelli. Yes, pasta fazool. You know, pasta fazool it's a soup. You know that, right? Okay. All right. Monsieur Forte. See? Okay. Anyway, guys. Grazie. Anyway, I'm glad you guys came by, said hello. We chit-chatted, didn't rant a lot because this wasn't a rant. It was just to, report some news and all that stuff. And yeah, I heard pasta too, dude. But yeah, so what I always say, stay frosty, stay creative. And I always say, ciao bella.